my name is Sarah Mark. I am a yoga teacher and I am a Never Summer team rider. And today I'm going to be showing you some stretches and exercise to prepare you for snowboarding. So when I get to the mountain or when I'm working out at home, I just like to think about working from my feet all the way up because the feet are the foundations to your body. So I like to warm my toes, so you can do just like really simple pointing and flexing your toes. You can do this on your drive up to the mountain. You can even tuck your toes underneath and kind of put a little bit of pressure. And then flex your toes like Barbie toes and go the opposite direction. So you're just flexing your toes in both directions. You can also take a golf ball or tennis ball and put it below your feet and just roll out your feet. And just staying and breathing in any areas where you feel tension. So that's what I like to do for my feet. And then next up are ankles. So ankles are really important. Anytime before I put my boot in, I like to just do some circles with my ankles, going in both directions. Another way to stretch both your feet and your ankles is to sit down with your thighs against your calves, and you can tuck your toes underneath you, and that's going to stretch out your toes, and then you can flip your toes down, and that's also going to stretch out your toes as well as your ankles. So working your way up, knees are something that it's really common to injure in snowboarding, so you just want to move them in a bunch of different directions before you go out riding. And then at home, you can use a band. You can use either just like a latex band, or you can get these fabric bands, which I prefer because these can snap. So just make sure that if you do have these, that you check them out for wear spots. So you just go ahead and step through your band and place it around your thighs. And then you're just gonna bring your knees out like a squat, putting the weight in your heels. So you're like this. And then you're just going to get on the balls of your feet and then just start to bring your knee in and out. And you can bring it forward in and out, to the side in and out, and to the back in and out. And you can do that with both of your knees. And you can do this even like, doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be doing dishes, just whatever, just work it in, fit it in your schedule. And then just doing squats too with these, you can do both at the same time. Though I do find it a little bit more effective to do them one at a time. And then the more you strengthen your quads, the easier it's going to be on your knees. So the more you can strengthen your legs, sometimes you might start out with knee problems, and then as you snowboard and your thighs start to build, you'll find that you have less knee pain. Hopefully that's the case for you. Something to keep in mind too is, depending on your snowboarding boots, if you have a lot of knee problems, maybe get a softer snowboard boot. And if you have a lot of ankle problems, maybe get a stiffer snowboard boot, because a stiffer boot is going to protect your ankle, but it's going to put more pressure and torque on your knees, and vice versa. So just kind of see what suits your needs. And then moving up to your hips. So we're just going to do some like hip circles, just having a nice soft bend in your knees. Remembering to breathe when you do all these exercises. Going in both directions. And then the next thing I think about is my spine. So I've got my spine right here. And basically you just want to warm your spine in all the directions that it goes. So it goes front and back. So you want to bring it front and back, like a little bit like standing cat and cow. So you're going to inhale, arch your back out, stick your butt out, and then exhale, you're going to round everything. So tuck. So you're stretching forward and then tucking. And then side to side. So you want to stretch side to side. So side to side, you can just do a little bit of this action will get you, or even like a triangle pose is really effective for that side to side. And then last thing is you want to twist. So you want to twist your spine, and we kind of did that with the hip circles, but you can do it just by bringing your feet apart with your toes pointed out, bring your arms out, and just slowly go from side to side. Just kind of loosens everything up. And then moving on to your shoulders. So before you ride, if you can just do some shoulder circles And you can make them big and come in both directions before you snowboard. And then as far as at home, I try to do a lot of stabilization for my shoulder because you just tend to fall and put your arms out. I've also broken my arm in half, so I really try to keep everything strong and stable. So a couple ways you can do that is, I think down dogs are really good. So you're kind of in like the upside down V. Your feet are hip distance apart and your arms are shoulder distance apart, your hands. And then you can come into planks and you can also come to side planks. So just be mindful that you're stacking all your joints. And then you can even use like a Bosu ball to stabilize your push-ups. So you can do them like for stabilization planks, or you can even do push-ups with them too. And then moving on to your neck. So you can do neck rolls while you're driving if you feel like it's safe, or if someone's driving on the way up. Or you can do them on the lifts or in line. So you're just gonna slowly make some circles with your neck. And if you have any areas of tension, you can just stop and breathe into those areas and come in both directions. And spending a little extra time looking up. So something you can just do is go outside, look at the sky, look at the stars, just find any way that has you looking upward, because we're just on our phones all day looking down. So we get a lot of this stretch, but we need more of this stretch. So those are the quick stretches that I do for my body before I ride, and just some things that I do around the house too when I'm getting ready for the season. And next up, I will show you some things that I do with props. I hope that helps. Be safe.